Harmony is not just an Australian value, it's a Christian value, and we belong to the church founded by Christ. Peace and unity are the gospel's callings. Before his passion, Jesus prayed that they may all be one. Unity is the prayer of Christ himself.
And here in Sydney, one of the most multicultural cities in the world, after witnessing what took place at Bondi, that prayer and unity matters more than ever.
The church teaches that we must treat people of other religions with respect and through interfaith dialogue. This means Christians, Muslims, Jews, Hindus, and Buddhists are all sitting at the same table, not to argue, not to convert, but to understand. It means listening before speaking, learning before judging, respecting without compromising who we are. Dialogue does not mean saying all religions are the same, but recognizing the dignity of every human person created in the image of God.
As young Catholic people, we are called to know our faith clearly, live it confidently, and engage others respectfully. In the senior school, as young Catholic men, we are called to leadership. This means rejecting racism, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and prejudice of any kind. It means being known as men who bring calm, not conflict.
Unity does not erase difference. With grace, unity perfects difference. Harmony Day for us is not political, it is our faith. Harmony begins in how we treat the person next to us, in the classroom, on the sporting field, and online. Let us remember Jacoby's message to all of us in the opening Mass. Who am I? Who are you? And who are we? Tell us your story.
Only if you will tell us yours. As young people in Sydney, we will lead workplaces, families, parishes, communities. The question is not whether we'll encounter difference. We already do. The question is, will we build walls or will we build bridges?
Mary herself was a bridge. She brought Christ into the world quietly, gently, and without force. That is the Marist way.
Harmony requires courage. It's easy to stay with people who think like us. It takes strength to respectfully engage with those who don't.
And then together, we will perform the unity dance as one. Kulbiai. Nyani Eulogy. Nyani Yugu. Nyani Gari. Nyani Eulogy. Nyai Berawaru. Yahoo!
Malolo lei, ko hoku ingoa, ko Zione. Kua Amazaya, o ko mā whakawhawhonga a tonga o whātu.
Yama, Nagai, Kai Fair Townsend.
Kabutanga, Bobo, Nanelalik, Ngai Boigulag.
Daganayaka, Isaac Sill, Yinga, Yanawin.
Kia ora tātou, ko Porangi a te maunga, ko Wapa te awa, ko Ngāti Apakura te iwi, ko Rangi Mahora te hapu, ko Saxon Taratu toku ingoa, tihei mauri ora.
This is the third night.
Our nation was shaken by tragic events in Bondi Beach. Many of us heard of these number of ways. Some of us were watching the news, others on social media, and I'm definitely sure there was general discussion in your homes and in your communities about the tragic event. It's important today to speak about these events, or this particular event, in a respectful and thoughtful way. If the PowerPoint was working, I would show you a bridge, a particular bridge, which became a focal point of that incident in Bondi over the summer. I myself has walked past this bridge many times as a young person with my family, and I'm sure a lot of you may have as well, not knowing that that bridge was there. This bridge will forever now hold a particular image, a particular feeling, a particular ideology for a number of people in our community. In our opening prayer, the word bridge was mentioned. And if you're able to hear Cody and Mitchell, they were also talking about Mary and bridging her love and her existence and her commitment with Jesus and the love of God. But bridges can be powerful symbols. Bridges are built to connect. Bridges unite one place to another. They help people overcome obstacles. They allow movement, growth, and possibilities. They give hope for what lies ahead. It is deeply sad that on that particular day, that particular bridge did not serve its purpose in the way it was meant to. Instead of connecting, it was dividing. Instead of uniting, it left shock and fear. And we must acknowledge that reality. When tragedy strikes, it reminds us of two important truths. First, there is real pain in the world. But second, there's also incredible goodness. In the mindset of fear, we saw bravery. We saw ordinary people step up to help others. We saw first responders act with courage. We saw communities come together to support victims and families. For our young people here this morning, our primary school students, it's okay if events like these make you feel worried. The world can sometimes feel scary. But remember, the people who hurt others are very few. The people who help, who protect, who comfort, there's so many of those people. For our senior students, moments like this test the strength of a nation. They can either divide us with anger and speculation, or unite us in that compassion and an urge to resolve. History shows that when Australians face hardship, we stand together. Importantly, when tragic events occur, it is easy for miscommunication, for stereotypes, and they tend to spread. Harmony Day reminds us that not to let fear turn into prejudice. We do not blame entire communities for the actions of a few individuals. We choose fact over rumours. We choose unity over division. Violence does not represent a culture. Hatred does not define a community. Fear does not get the final word. What defines us is how we respond. We respond with respect. We respond with care. We respond by supporting those affected. And we respond by being committed to building a safer, kinder society. Today, as we reflect, we honour those impacted by violence and not by living in fear. but by strengthening the bonds between us. This is harmony in action. This morning, to explore this message further, I would like to invite a young man to the stage who represents the student voice of our college, and he would like to share his story with you all.
What does it mean to call somewhere home when you've lived in two worlds before you could even remember? Before I could even form memories, my life had already crossed countries. I was born in Australia, but as a baby I moved to Zambia, a country in southern Africa, to live with my grandmother. At the time, my mom was studying nursing, working hard to build a future for us. I don't remember the flight or my first day, but I know that decision shaped the person I'd become. I grew up surrounded by my grandmother's strength and guidance, and by my cousins who felt more like siblings. We learned together, we grew together, through shared laughter and shared responsibilities. I learned what family truly meant. Even without early memories, Zambia became a part of me. It shaped my values, it shaped the way I understand community, loyalty, and resilience. Then when I was 9, I moved back to Australia. This time, I was old enough to realize the difference. Old enough to realize I spoke differently. Old enough to realize people saw me differently. Old enough to feel what it means not to fully belong. Australia felt unfamiliar. Even though I was born here, I struggled to adjust. I felt out of place, like I stood out before I could even speak. I didn't truly understand what racism was until I experienced it myself. There were comments about my skin, jokes that weren't really jokes, words that should never be said casually, like they carry no history at all. There were people I called were my friends who used the word around me, sometimes looking at me to see how I would react, like it was entertainment, like it was harmless. It wasn't. Sometimes I wish I could go back to where I did not have to explain myself, back to where I did not have to feel like I had to defend my own identity, and it hurt. For a while, I was embarrassed to say where I was from. I would hesitate. I would simplify my story. I would shrink it down so it felt easier for other people to understand. I tried to fit in. I tried to become someone I wasn't, just to make others feel welcomed and comfortable. In doing so, I slowly began to distance myself from my own culture. But resilience changes you. What helped were the people who reminded me I wasn't alone. My family, my friends, and my teachers created spaces where I felt seen and supported. Because of them, I began to understand that belonging is not about fitting perfectly into one place. It's about standing confident in who you are. Now I do not hesitate. I do not shrink down my story. I'm proud to say I grew up in Zambia. I'm proud of my culture, and I'm proud of the resilience it gave me. Harmony is not about pretending we're all the same. It's about respecting the differences that shape us. It's about making sure no one feels like they have to shrink down or erase parts of themselves just to belong. I realize that now I do not have to choose. I do not have to erase parts of myself to belong. I can honor my culture, my upbringing, and the experiences that shaped me. My name's Atia Jaritanga. I grew up between two worlds. Sometimes it was hard, but every part of me matters, and every part of me belongs. Thank you.
Thank you, Atea, for the courage to share your story this morning to all of us. It is a perfect example that culture connects us all. We now invite our Year 12 Music and Kenley Hawkins of Year 9 to the stage to perform Bob Marley classic, One Love.
Armageddon. So when the man comes, there will be no doom. Have pity on those whose chances grow thinner. There ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation, singing one love, one heart. What about let's get together and I will feel alright. Hear the children crying. One love. Hear the children crying. One heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord and I will feel alright. Say it. Let's get together and I will feel alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright.
What song best describes your culture?
I think the best song that describes my culture is My People, My People. It's real funny, but it says a story.
What's your favourite food from your culture?
Portuguese bread and the garlic prawns from Portugal. The biscuits, the tea. I like fairy bread and stuff.
What group's this?
Okay, so what is your favourite food, which isn't from Australia?
My favourite food is pasta and it's penne is Italian.
Yours?
Red bubbles.
Others? Yours?
I like cheese cakes. Just Chinese.
Yeah, there you go.
I like Chinese and Thai food. I like pizza, mayonnaise, cheese pizza. I like Vietnamese and Chinese food.
What are your names and nationalities?
Charlie and English Daly.
May, Aboriginal and Māori.
Cooper and Maltese.
What is your favourite food from your culture?
Maltesers.
Can I go?
Budding sausage scissors.
Alright, so who am I here with today?
You hear Aussies.
And what's your nationality or culture?
It's Ireland, Irish.
Thus. And what's something that your culture's afraid of?
Sun, like the sun, because the UV is really warm and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what song would best describe your culture?
Probably Fairy Tale of New York by the Combs. Why? Because, like, it just, every Irish person has at least listened to it once, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And what does harmony mean to you?
Harmony means to me when everyone can come together and is not judged by their like, religious backgrounds or where they're from, and yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, sweet.
Who do we have here today?
Lulu. Jasmine. Lucas. Jake.
And what is your culture?
I'm Hungarian. I'm from Argentina. I'm from Malta. And I'm Polish.
What's your favourite thing about your culture?
Like the landscape and how they just Maltesers. The food.
What's your name and nationality?
My name's Anthony, I'm from Egypt.
Emerson, Italian.
Harry, Anglo-Indian.
Jordan, Samu.
What is your favourite thing about your culture?
Food. Yeah, probably food.
The food, insane.
The pyramids.
So Andrew, who are we here with today?
I'm Andrew Semenoff.
And what's your culture?
I'm Russian.
So what's one Russian dish that everyone here should try?
I have this one really good Russian dish my babushka makes. It's called, it's soup and it's called red borscht.
Yeah, and what's one custom that you celebrate as a Russian?
Oh, it's in Russian, it's called Pascha, and it's Easter, basically.
Okay, and last question. How would you describe Russian culture using one word?
Tough.
Who do we have here?
Italy. Mia.
Jude.
What's your nationality or culture?
Australian.
Aussie.
Okay, what are your favourite sports from Australia?
Rugby,
Netball. Basketball.
Nice. Okay, name?
Judith. Alexia. Emily. Sarah. Anna.
And where are you guys from?
India.
What's your favorite food from India?
Rice and curry. Rice and curry. Rice and curry. Rice and curry. Rice and
Right.
Omen.
What's your nationality or culture?
So mum was Australian, dad was from the Netherlands. Yeah.
Okay, and what is your favourite thing about your culture?
The Dutch people, I got a lot of relatives still in the Netherlands. It's great to visit them. I love the food. I love seeing all the places over there. There's a lot of bikes in the Netherlands. Everyone rides a bike everywhere, and it's really, really flat. There's no mountains, there's no hills.
All right, thank you, sir.
Who am I here today and what's your culture?
And I'm Samari.
How do you celebrate your cultural day?
We have a school called Samoa Road. We obviously gather around together. I'm glad it's short.
So, what's your favorite food from your Samoan culture?
It's called Sapso. It's rice bacon.
Thank you. Who am I here with today?
Hello, I'm Sharon. I'm one of the college counsellors, high school college counsellors. Mrs. Mills.
What is one sport that is played in your nation?
England is very renowned for soccer, or as we call it, football. And the only team I know of is Arsenal.
What's one dish we should try from your country?
Yeah, so everyone should try Yorkshire pudding, or also can be known as toad in the hole. And if you want any further information, come and ask me and I'll tell you.
If you were describing your country in one word, what would that one word be?
Oh, one word. I'm not sure I can do one word. Heritage, culture, tradition, lots of old things.
Oh, nice to meet you. We're here with
Sam.
Sam, all right. So what's your culture, Sam?
My culture is Chinese.
I've got a few questions about it. So
Yeah.
first is, what's a dish from your culture that you think everyone in St. Greg's needs to try?
Let me go to think. I think it must be Chinese dumpling because our food is famous all over the world. And like my parents, my grandparents, they will also make that for me in the important festival.
I love it. And second is, what's your national sport and are you any good at it?
So I think it will be ping pong, yeah. That's famous.
Ping pong, you any good?
I'm not good at with that, but I still like it anyway.
And then finally, what's one word to describe your culture?
To describe China, I think it must be colorful. Like for 1,000 years ago, China come from the north to the south. It's a big country. And there's different history and different way all over the country.
Perfect, thank you.
What's your name and nationality or culture?
Jacoby Fernando, Aboriginal.
What is something that other people think is different about your culture or what you think is fairly normal?
Probably calling anybody and everybody aunts and uncles, even though they're not your aunts and uncle. That's probably it, yeah.
Yeah, too easy.
Thank you, Kenley and the Year 12 music class, and a special mention to Cody, Oliver Adamek, and Ben Ariel, and all the other students involved in putting the Harmony Day clip together. I now invite Mr. Gaspy to share his cultural footprint with our college community.
Now, I know what you're thinking, that there's backup dancers in the background, that I'm about to drop some moves here, but that's not going to happen today, right? Today, my dance is the words that I have for you today. My story, my family's story. Winter, Toronto, Canada, 1984. A young Filipino man gazes at the ceiling of a church with teary eyes and a broken soul. He pleads to God for salvation, for hope. He has only 3 days left on his working visa, $200 to his name, a world away from the Philippines, and the weight of supporting his brother and sister as they work through medical school. My dad pleads to God, why? Why have I come this far only to be turned away? Meanwhile, across the same frozen city, a young woman weeps by her window on a cold winter night. Depression sits silent next to her, a constant companion reminding her of the stakes. My mum, the youngest of 5 children, sends 3/4 of her pay to support her family. With only 3 days left on her visa, the question haunts her. How can I provide for them? How will I get through this? These are the heroic stories of many Filipinos who now call Australia home. They are stories of people who used education, resilience, and faith to fulfill their personal legend. But these stories just didn't end at the border. They were just the beginning of a new chapter written in the red soil of Australia. To be Filipino in this country is to understand that harmony is an action word. It is found in the spirit of Bayanihan. Bayanihan is the ancient tradition of a whole village lifting one neighbor's house on their shoulders to move to a better place. In modern day, it means the spirit of communal unity, work, cooperation to achieve a particular goal without expecting anything in return. And we see this spirit everywhere today. We see it in the Filipino nurses and doctors in our hospitals, the engineers and tradesmen who built our infrastructure, and the accountants and public servants who keep our systems moving. They didn't just take these jobs to survive. They took them to build a floor for the next generation to stand on. These heroic stories are the reason our Filipino community thrives here. They didn't just come to Australia to find a better life. They came to build a better Australia. My parents are people who turned their struggle to survive into the strength to serve. We often talk about Harmony Day as if harmony is a soft, quiet thing, a peaceful garden where nothing goes wrong. But if you look at those two people, my parents, in the freezing Toronto winter, you realize that harmony is forged in the fire of adversity, unity, faith. Author Paulo Coelho, in his novel The Alchemist, writes, "When you want something, all the universe conspires to help you achieve it." But we ask ourselves, what is the universe made of? They say it takes a mother to bear a child, guardian parents to nurture, and a village to raise a child. But I believe that it takes the strength of the entire universe to fulfill a personal legend. And in this room, we are the universe for one another. As parents and teachers, our instinct is to protect. We want to smooth the path, but the greatest gift we can give is a change in perspective. We do not prepare the road for the child. We prepare the child for the road. Because the road to dream is never a straight line. It is a mountain pass. Harmony is when you get bullied for being different, like my dad, but it doesn't matter because you know what matters. You've been prepared to know that your value isn't defined by the noise around you, but by the purpose within you. Harmony is when my dad is sponsored by his brother to live in Australia, and he spent the first 6 months living in a garage in a cold winter. This isn't happy. This isn't easy. It's harmony because you're moving towards your destiny. It is the grit that allowed him to eventually buy the lot across the road and build his dream house from the ground up. Harmony is when you work so hard that in turn you sponsor your sisters to live in this great country, watching them thrive and raise their own families. my mother's doing. That is the universal conspiracy in action. It is the chain reaction of sacrifice. It is the understanding that my success is the floor you stand on to reach your stars. Each and every one of you here today has a personal legend, a reason you were put on this earth. Our job isn't to remove the obstacles from your path, it is to give you the courage to face them together. Harmony is the strength we find to stop asking for an easy road and start building the character to walk the hard one together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gaspie, for sharing your cultural background with us all. We are forever grateful. Can I now please invite to lectern Alex from Cricket New South Wales?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alexandra and I am from Cricket New South Wales. Just wanted to say thank you so much for allowing me to come and be a part of your Harmony Day presentation. So as a sport, cricket is very blessed to have quality people who give so much time and expertise to our sport, providing opportunities to inspire for people to play and love cricket. Each year, Cricket New South Wales recognises individuals, clubs and organisations who contribute so much to the local community. These people become a part of history, being a winner of our New South Wales Community Cricket Awards. I am extremely privileged today to present one of those awards to a teacher here at St Greg's. Mr Luke Morrissey won the Celebrating Cricket in Schools Award, which is awarded to a school, ambassador or initiative that celebrates connection between school, student and the local community. Being a part of the school for 11 years, it is clear that Mr Morrissey spends hours working with your school's cricket teams. Whether it's skill development or scrubbing whites at night to ensure they are ready for the game the next day, he is continually being a leader within the cricket community. He's led the school to multiple titles, such as New South Wales All Schools and New South Wales CCC Championships. He's also established a player development program for younger players to continue the high standards and success of the school. Full of professionalism and insight, whilst also providing a strong, encouraging environment, Luke is extremely worthy of this award. I now invite Mr Morrissey up to the stage to formally accept his award. If you can guys give him a big round of applause.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Well
very
done
much.
again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Alexandra, and well done, Mr Morrissey. No speech, Mr Morrissey? Mr Morrissey thought it was a bit of a stitch-up this morning, but congratulations, Mr Morrissey. To our junior school boys and girls, to our gentlemen in the senior school, to our college staff and our parents here this morning, first I just want to thank all members of the community who made this morning happen. A special thanks to Atia, Mr Gaspie for their individual talks, and we might get them another big round of applause for individual ability. To Mr Vetrano for his reflection this morning, which was fantastic. To our Year 5 and 6 students who led our flag parade, our First Nations and Pacifica boys for their unity dance, Kenley and the Year 12 music boys who had a stellar performance this morning, and everyone who was involved in the roving reporter clip that was on this morning. You've seen this morning that our school is not alone. We've got students, we've got staff, we've got families who are from different ends of the continent. Different cultures, backgrounds, languages, traditions. Some are born here in Australia, Some of us were born overseas. Some parents, some grandparents, they come from other parts of the world. Yet each story, each culture, and each experience that you've seen this morning adds to our valuable community. Harmony Day, as you've seen many times this morning, centres around belonging. Last night, a group of us teachers went to a talk, and the talk centred around belonging. And belonging and how intricate that is to us as humans. We all need to belong. The guest speaker pulled apart the positives and the negatives of being a part of, and that how belonging makes you feel a part of a community, how that culture fits. He made a point that just sitting in amongst a group of boys or a group of girls doesn't mean you belong. What he spoke about is if you're a part of a group, you want to feel confident and you want to feel safe to be a part of that group. Just this week, I was speaking to a boy in our senior school who spoke about being a part of a group but didn't feel he belonged. He spoke about being on the peripheries or the fringes. He was with them, but he felt invisible. So this morning, I want you to reflect about your group that you belong to. Is there somebody in your group who is invisible, who sits there quietly? They might not speak up. It might not be a safe space. Reflect today about how can we make that different. They might not be the loudest person in the room. They might not have the biggest personality. But it doesn't mean they shouldn't be heard. So have a think about that one from today. Schools, as you know, we're in the culture business. Schools like Greg's, we build off culture. Here in our 100 years, we've built off what has happened in the past, and we keep reflecting on what's happening in the future here with us today. Greg's, as you know, has a distinctive culture, one that draws deeply on what has happened in the past and how you feel when you walk in the gates every morning. We're lucky to be a part of this community. We've got people who are confident and safe enough to come up on stage here this morning and talk about their culture, what makes them them. And there are plenty of people sitting in the audience this morning who I'm sure could have come up this morning and reflected on their journey, their culture, their story. So if you've got anything out of this morning, gentlemen and boys and girls in our junior school and staff, it's that belonging matters, and how we make people in this culture, in our community, in our space feel is what is really important to us. That does bring us to our end of our assembly. Our junior school, in a moment, you're going to be heading back to your recess. For our senior school, gentlemen, it's 7 to 12. We're going to be heading back to homerooms. We've got about 20 minutes into our recess time. We're going to be having a quick reflection on what the benefits and what fell out of this morning. And there's a few homerooms that need to go through diaries as well. Quick message from Mr. Baz here. Ben Collins, Jet Delizio, Jack Fisher, Will Fisher and Cameron